live. I am Barbara Carr with Fuse Empire, and this is the Barbara Talks Business podcast. And every week, Tuesdays at 2, I bring you another business expert that can help you grow your business. And today I am super excited about the guest that's on our show, mostly because I use this platform every single day, and pretty much every part of my business is encompassed through this platform. So I am a huge raving fan of it, and I know that you can benefit from it. So I hope that you pay close attention to what my guest has to share today. Make sure that you share this with other business owners, because you could really be what changes this person's business if you share this with people. So let me start off by introducing our guest, and then we'll get into some fun questions. Our guest today is Tommie Haynes. And Tommie is a product demonstrator at AllProWebTools, which is the platform that we will be talking about today. A day in his life includes being the savior of struggling business owners, interacting with local business owners on social media, and offering award-winning support to pro web tool clients. One of his greatest achievements was helping the owner of a small hair salon. She desperately needed help with scheduling and keeping track of her appointments. Tommie began to walk her through the solution, and as she became more familiar with how her business could grow, she said to Tommie, "How did I ever run my business without this?" I could totally relate to that because this is what I remember when Tommie first showed me this platform. I was like, this is mind blowing, even for me. I know a lot of resources out there. And so one thing I know about Tommie is that he never settles for anything less than exemplar in everything that he does. It includes even his work for AllProWebTools. Like, he really takes what he does very seriously, and he's so passionate about it. When Tommie's on the screen, you'll notice him smiling a lot, and that is who he is. Every time I speak to him, he's got this wonderful, bright smile on his face. And that's a great quality to have for working with people who are struggling and frustrated. To be able to see a nice warm smile is really nice. So Tommie, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Barbara. Glad to be here.
Oh, thank you. Tell us a little bit, before we jump into business, tell us about you. Who is Tommie as a person?
Well, I don't know if I can live up to the hype, but so obviously my name's Tommie. I was born in Miami, Florida originally. My father was in the Air Force, so we moved around a little bit. We went from Miami to Alaska and then back to Miami. Then after that, moved up to Atlanta. And then finally, I came back to Florida, Lakeland, Florida to be exact, to go to college at Florida Southern. There, I studied graphic design. Then I ended up stopping there because I wanted to change my major, which a lot of college students want to. So I wanted to change my major, and I ended up going to Polk State College, and I went there for business administration. I went there for a couple of years, and then finally I changed my major again, and I went to the International Academy of Design and Technology, and there I studied music production engineering and graphic design there. But now what I do for fun is I do a lot of playing with my dogs at home, a lot of just kind of relaxing, but also producing music and playing video games, a lot of creative things to kind of keep my mind going. I like to do a lot of puzzles and watch a lot of mystery and thriller movies.
So you are really well-rounded. You have a lot of skills, and that makes sense for what you're doing. AllProWebTools offers so many different avenues for businesses. That's really cool. Now, Tommie, I noticed that we have a visitor who's watching right now, Emily. Do you want to give a shout out?
Hey, Emily. That's
Who's
my
Emily?
that's my girlfriend.
So very neat, very neat. I knew that you'd probably want to say hey. Okay, so as people are
Thank you.
watching, I encourage you guys to ask questions to Tommie. If you use this platform, tell us how you use it in the comments. If you're not using it yet and you're looking for a solution for this stuff, you'll have an opportunity to reach out to Tommie or myself. At the end of the show, we'll give you contact information. But I want to let you know what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about smarter ways to run your business. So if you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner, you're going to want to pay attention to this. You'll notice as Tommie speaks, there's a lot of words behind him, and those are some of the things that their platform offers: leads, sales pipelines, email marketing, regular email, blogging, task management, payment management, e-commerce, your calendar. Like, there's so much that you can do in here. CRM, I think, is the biggest thing that most people might start off using it for. That's how I started in it. I've got a few other people signed up with the program too, just because I've been excited myself. And it really is amazing. And everything that you get for the cost that it is like, I don't understand how they can offer it so inexpensively. I'm in love with this program. So so make sure that you pay attention, because we're gonna talk about some things, and if it makes sense, we might jump in and share the screen a little bit, so that way you can see it in action. All right, so let me give a quick introduction on the company, and then Tommie will ask you some questions regarding the company.
Okay.
AllProWebTools was founded in 2009 with a mission to help small business owners compete in a world dominated by mega corporations. These corporations have the funding and resources to build powerful software to manage every aspect of their businesses and to provide detailed insights into what is and is not working in their businesses. Small business owners need access to this data in order to grow and compete in that landscape. So AllProWebTools came along to offer us little people the same type of resources that the big companies are using. So thank you for giving that to us, AllProWebTools. Tommie, tell us how long you've been with AllProWebTools and what you actually do for the company.
Absolutely. I've been with AllProWebTools since November of 2019. And what I do is I reach out to small business owners, find out what their biggest challenge is, and offer a helping hand. Most of the time, it is with the AllProWebTools software, where they're looking for somewhere to track, log, hold their clients using the CRM feature, or even email marketing. So any way that I can help, I'll always offer to help small business owners.
Do you have a favorite tool in AllProWebTools that you love the most?
Yes, I do. My favorite tool is the Google Calendar integration, where you can set follow-ups and will automatically link to your Google Calendar and place that follow-up on your Google Calendar. That has been a lifesaver for me. So that way I don't have to go to two different places to set an appointment. I can do it all from one place and it goes there automatically.
That's fantastic. Now I have a lot of favorite things that that I do in here. One of the things that I love the most, though, is the fact that I could have my whole team using this platform, and you guys don't charge me per user. Like that, I think is really cool, because other platforms charge you per user, which then doesn't make sense for you to be able to add all your independent contractors to it, right? And I have a multitude of independent contractors that I've been able to put all of them into this program to help me run my business better. That's fantastic.
Oh, wow. That is.
So, and one of the cool things too, if somebody's watching this and might be thinking, oh, you give your contractors access to all your stuff. Well, the cool thing is that, like, I'm able to limit like different parts that they can see, like even password management is in here, which is really cool. I don't have to keep sending my passwords to my contractors. I just give them a certain level of access, what they can access and not access. So I think that's really cool as well.
Yes, that is.
So, Tommie, tell us a little bit about the CRM. What is so great about the CRM on this platform?
Well, the CRM gives you insight on everything that's going on with your clients. So it doesn't only just hold their information as far as the phone number, email, web address, but it also logs every correspondence that you have with that specific person. So whether you're texting that person, emailing that person, even Facebook messaging that person, it all logged it all in one place. So that way it's easy to find and you can search just by whatever was in that text message. So if you don't remember the name, but you remember talking about I don't know, blue rose, you can just search blue rose and it'll pull that up straight from the CRM.
Yeah, that is one of the features I really like too. And I really like the fact that like you can introduce people right through the CRM, which
Yes.
is really cool. I like all of the different options that we can tag, create our own tags. I like that I could create my custom fields. Like some of the fields that I use are like I add fields in and I like love language, right? What's a person's love language? And most people would think, well, why would you put that in your CRM? Well, because if I know what their love language is, I know how to best serve them, right? If their love
Right.
language is words of affirmation, I want to tell them how great they're doing as often as I can. So I do
That's
love
true.
that about the CRM. And you mentioned about calling and texting. I will
Hmm.
say as well that that is one of my favorite features, that it's connected to be able to do any kind of way that you want to contact with your customers or prospects or anyone in your CRM. You can
Hmm.
do that through this platform. I can call them, I can text them, I can email them. Like I could do email blast to multiple people at a time, and I could text
Hmm.
multiple people at a time, and it doesn't go through like a group text message. They receive it individually. So I love this platform. So so Tommie, what about task management? Tell us a little bit about the task management component.
Absolutely. The task management is a great tool because it allows you to not only send tasks to your users, but it also allows those same tasks to be tracked. So when someone has written a note on that task, the next person down the line can also see what's going on without having to complete the task and start a brand new one. You can just reassign that task to someone else so that way the project can continue and all of it will be logged as well. And another great feature that I really love, again, that task can also be linked to your Google Calendar. So you
Mhm.
can put that task right on your Google Calendar as well for when the due date is coming up.
Well, I like that that task also can be linked to a specific client if needed too.
Hmm.
And then it goes on that
Absolutely.
client's record, right? Which is really
Hmm.
cool. So, and one of the cool things too is that my emails come through to this system. So everything I need, I open up my All Pro Web Tools dashboard and everything that I need for my business is in this system, including my emails. And so I
Hmm.
have a administrative assistant, and one of the things that she does is goes through the emails that I get, and I'm getting booking requests and stuff like that, which is another thing you can do on All Pro Web Tools is get bookings. But so as I get bookings, she goes through and she adds a task, is what we call it, for that appointment, so that when that appointment comes up, I'm leaving notes in the notes section of that task. So
Hmm.
then when I save it, it goes into that client's record as well. And it's really helpful to have all of that in one place like that.
Yes, absolutely. That's also a great feature. Thank you for bringing that up because being able to identify who the task is specifically for is gives great insight to being able to properly complete that task.
Yeah, it's been so helpful. And I love too, one of the things I've noticed with it is if I sign a task to one of my workers, after they've marked it complete, it comes back to my inbox to tell me that it's completed, so that I can then
Hmm.
review it as well, make sure that, it's how I want it to be. So I think
Yep.
that's a really cool feature.
Yes.
So let's move on to the email marketing, because I know a lot of people are, they use programs that cost 100 or $200 a month just for email
Hmm.
marketing. And I know with your program, you can get almost everything for just a couple $100 a month. A lot of people are paying the same price for just email marketing. So let's talk
Right.
about what makes the email marketing so great on this platform.
Absolutely. The email marketing is a very powerful tool for reaching a huge audience at one time. Um, and it's also built with our own SMTP, which is which is a piece of software that allows for the email marketing, but we use our own built-in SMTP. So we're not using anybody else's own, which gives us better access to providing a better and a stronger emailing platform.
And not only do you have the opportunity with this platform to send, like I said, a direct email to someone or even an email to a group of people or introduce people via email, but you have the option to, with the email marketing campaigns, for instance, if I actually this is being streamed live in my group on Facebook called Tools, Tips, and Training to Grow Your Business. I
Mhm.
actually have a tag in my CRM that is for people that are part of this group, right? I named it Facebook group. And if I wanted to send out a text message or an email to all of the people in this group, I could, right? So ideally, I could
Yep.
text everyone right now and say, listen, I'm live, jump on here and check this out. So you have the opportunity to do that. And with the email, one of the things that I was really surprised that you guys offer because of the low cost is that you offer like the doing the funneling of, like if this person opens the email, then the next email they get is this, right? The series, the
Mhm.
sequence. But if they don't open, like you could put them in different sequences and stuff, which I didn't think that was going to be an option because this platform is so inexpensive, but it was an option and it didn't cost more like it would on other platforms.
Absolutely. That's actually that's one of my favorite options is the marketing campaigns that allows for things such as that. You can have that option even coming from ads from Facebook or anywhere else where they would fill out that information and automatically be put into that campaign and start receiving emails or text messages. And that comes straight from your Opera Web Tools account.
Yeah, and I also want to point out, you guys, as we are talking about all these great things, one of the coolest parts about All Pro Web Tools is that you pay only for what you need. So you can
Yes.
get started on this platform for as low as $10 per month. Okay, that's
Hmm.
you can get started that quickly, that easily, and then you add what you need. If you need
Hmm.
CRM management, use that. If you don't, then don't pay for that. If you need email marketing, use that. If you don't, then don't pay for it. So that's really cool because a lot of places charge you for the whole shebang, whether you need stuff
Hmm.
or not, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. And that's one of my favorite features as well because we want to help out as many small business owners as possible. And we understand that there are some things that you may not need. There are some things that you may need to start off with. Just like you said, you may not need to immediately start off with email marketing, text message marketing, and a whole bunch of other things. You may want to just start off with that CRM. So providing that options gives you a way that where you can build not just your company, but the software can grow as you grow your business as well.
For sure. And you know what? I actually just thought of a couple more things that I love so much about this system. One of them is the standard operating procedures. And so the standard operating procedures, there is a spot inside of your dashboard here, and this is included with just the $10 a month program that you
Hmm.
can keep track of everything that is a process or a system or anything like that for you because you're always hearing, for especially from me, if you're a follower of Barbara Carr, you hear often that you've got to work on your business, not just in it. And you've got to
Hmm.
build your business to run without you. The standard operating procedures allows if you decide to go on vacation for 2 months without telling someone, somebody else can pick up and take off right where you left off because of the standard operating procedures. So
Hmm.
we've been filling those in pretty regularly. And I feel so empowered that like if something were to happen to me, my business could still run, right? Because everything
Hmm.
someone would need to know is right inside of this program for $10 a month.
Absolutely. Yeah, the standard operating procedure is actually a fairly new feature that we just added. And it's a great tool, just like you said, when you're needing to not only just put down processes, but also to train people as well. right? So that way you don't have to hover over them and explain to them what needs to be done. You just put it in the standard operating procedure there, and they can read it exactly how you'd want it to work out for you.
Great. And so the other thing I thought of, Tommie, and bless your heart for how kind you are, is you guys' support feature, right? So
Yes.
I am one of the people I would think who contacts Tommie the most. And not so much necessarily that I'm like, I need help doing this, right? Because I am a techie person. Those of you who follow me know that like I'm on board with this program. It's user friendly. You don't have to be an expert to use it. But there's times I'll call Tommie and be like, just for like most of the time I probably could have just known this answer without bothering Tommie, but I like how easy it is to bother Tommie. There's options. I could just click a button and then Tommie appears on my screen, right? Like this. It's like wishing a genie to you. So those of you who feel like a little intimidated by technology, especially complex technology, know that there's a lot of ways to get a hold of their support team. And every time I click to get help, Tommie's right there. And I don't know if that's because he's technically my rep or whatever, but like I very rarely get somebody other than Tommie. And I like that because Tommie knows my business. And so when he sees me, he knows what I'm looking for and what I don't have to explain everything to somebody new. But even if somebody new came on, which she has another lady at one point, she was able to see everything that Tommie and I had worked on and stuff like that. And so it's not a lot of stress. It's just like, hey, this is what I'm on for. I need help with this. Can you walk me through it?
Absolutely. And
Tell them some
I,
of the other options of support that you guys have.
oh, absolutely. I feel like every time we say a feature, it's our favorite feature. But yeah, so there's other ways other than the screen share. We also have a live chat support as well, where you can just reach out to someone live and chat them. You can also text us if you also need help. And also, we also have a forum where you can also post ways that if you need some help on the forum, or if you found maybe even a feature suggestion, maybe you found something like, hey, this would be great to add, you can post it right there on our forum, and we look at that every single day. Another way, you can also just Google us, AllProWebTools, and put in what you're looking for, and they'll bring up videos and articles on how to help you as well.
Awesome. Now, Tommie, is there any of the features that I know there's a lot more features than what we talked about, but is there any specific feature that you want to mention that we haven't talked about yet?
Um, Well, we did mention email marketing, but I also like to talk about the text message marketing as well, because the text message marketing is a great tool, especially with reaching out to a lot of customers or reaching out to your audience, because we know that text messaging has a higher open rate than emails do. So having that feature also within your Offer Web Tools, you can send out a message to 100 people, text messages like you said, hey, we're going live right now, go ahead and tune in. Or you can send coupon requests or just the updates on what's going on. But the text message marketing is a tool that not a lot of people or small business people are familiar with. They know it's out there, but they haven't really tried it yet. So the text message marketing is a great tool that I like to also mention.
Yeah, no, you're right. I love the text messaging tool. And I do use it already. I haven't used it yet for like the massive like bulk text to do like group messages yet, but I do
Mhm.
use it and it's fun. And in
Yeah.
fact, it's nice to be able to text from the computer, you know.
Yes.
I really like that. So another thing I do want to mention that just came to my mind, and
Mhm.
it's not something that I technically use because I already do it in something else, but other people would appreciate this. So when you sign up for this program, you also get a free website with the SSL certificate included, which in that alone is worth what you pay for this program. You guys know I build websites, so I already had a website and my SSL certificates and stuff like that, so I didn't necessarily need that website, but I actually did start utilizing the free website. I figured, you know what, if it's a free website anyway, I'll figure something out to put on there. And it's not something I necessarily needed. It was really cool that it came included. And so if you're watching this and you don't have a website yet, this is a really good reason to get started with AllProWebTools.
Absolutely. Every account comes with free web hosting. You can bring your domain, or you can also purchase a domain from us as well. Either way, whatever you're paying for on a monthly basis, that web hosting is included.
Yeah, very, very cool. Anything else, Tommie, that we're missing that we should be talking about?
I mean, there's a lot of things. I don't know what not to talk about. That's the
I know, right? It's like there's so many things. Okay, so actually what I want to do is I want to share my screen so
okay.
that I can jump in here and show people some of what we can do, right? So I'll first come, and right here, you'll notice on my home screen, my very first thing here is my AllProWebTools. So if I click that, and I do have a few tabs open here, but I'm going to just start fresh for you guys. So I log in, I got my own little login here. I come in and log in. And once I get in here, I can do a whole lot of different things. Like over here, you'll see this workflow timeline shows like everything that happened. These are emails that are here at the top. I can search by tasks, right? Here's some tasks that my team has assigned to me. I could search by notes that have been written, right? Emails. I could search emails. All of these different things I can search either separately or everything, which is really cool. One of the other things I want to point out, you'll notice over here, this is like my leads in August. So we're on August 4th already, and we've already uploaded 16 new contacts into this CRM. Like this is how much we use this. In July, we uploaded over 80 new contacts to this system.
Wow.
Right? It's like we utilize this big time. And right now I'm doing a lot of networking. And as you can see, like these two last things here are things that calendar appointments. But I want to go up here to the search, and I want to search for, I'm going to go ahead and search for the support team. That way that you guys are able to even see their contact information. And I don't want to search for a person in my contact, because then you'll be able to see all their stuff. But so anyway, so up here you put the name of the person, their company, right? Their picture would go here. You could have their address, phone, email, all this good stuff. And then as you scroll down, these custom fields that you see here are things that I added. These are things important to my company. And you see there's a lot of them, right? Like, so on the left, these are things specifically about that customer, even beverage choice, right? I like to know, are they a coffee drinker, a tea drinker? And there's reasons why I ask these particular questions. And they're utilized throughout our relationships with our customers and contacts. And then the middle section is about their family, right? Their spouse, their children. And then the last section is about their work life, right? Like their title, their industry, all those different things. As I scroll down, well, actually, before I scroll down, like over here on the right side, there are other options as well that you can do a little bit more advanced things. Like I could choose the status, and like if you're a realtor, the status you could put here is like if they're looking for a house, if they're in waiting for funding or anything like that. So these statuses I created my own. Right, these are the statuses that I use in my company, and then I have account manager would be me. I can set a follow-up time with this person, which is really cool. My assistant does this for me. Sets a follow-up time so that I could reach out to people periodically. You could put how they heard about you, right? So again, I've put some things in here, and some of them came from AllProWebTools. One of the things I love the most are the tags, right? So So like all these different tags I've added in here, as you can see, including people who have an interest, right? So if I talked to this contact and this contact said, hey, I'm interested in having a logo created, I would click here, interest logo, because even if they don't ever sign up to have a logo created by me, if I ever have a discount on my logos, I want to send a message out to these people, right? To say, hey, just so you know, I know you're looking for a logo right now. They're at this price, right?
Absolutely.
And so I could put certain types of leads here. Again, these are all things I created, tags I've created based on my business. You can create whatever tags make sense for your company. And then I have like my clients, if they're a social media level 1 or level 2, these are like monthly things, I can mark it in here. So then like level 2 is my most popular social media package. So all the people who are marked as level 2, I could send them a message periodically that says, hey, just checking to see how your social media is going. Do you have any questions? Are you loving what we're doing with it? You know, things like that. And it could go out to every client at the same time without it looking like it went out to every client at the same time. Which is super cool. I've got different networking groups. So when I meet someone, I've been doing a networking group, a guy named Gerald. I met him on LinkedIn and he does speed networking. When I meet someone on speed networking, I tag them here. So I remember where I met them. And I could also utilize this if I'm having a networking group, right? Like if I'm going to something, I know that they like networking. So I can send them an invite. Different things like that. So just some cool things to keep in mind that you could do. Another cool thing is I can add them to my Google Drive. I can create a folder for this contact and upload their documents or images or anything like that right inside here. So we do this with our clients and our team is able to find everything they need for a certain client right here in their contact, right? They don't have to go to Google Drive to access this. They can access it right here. So I mean, this stuff is really cool. And as you guys see over on the left, there's all these different options. This is your website management, your e-commerce is over here, contact management. You've got marketing, reports that you could do, providers. So I myself am a provider. That's why you see in the back here, it shows provider in the blue. All that means is that I love AllProWebTools so much that I want to help other people utilize it. I don't make any kind of money for being a provider. They do give extra perks that, like, if you have a couple, I think it's 3 people that sign up with you, you do get yours for free. I don't have any worry about ever having only 3 contacts because like I'm telling everyone about this, but either way, so as a provider, I could actually set you up with your own AllProWebTools. So you can either contact Tommie or the company, or you could come directly to me so that I can help you get it set up. And I could also be your contact for if you have questions, as can anyone in the support team. They don't charge you for support. And then you have all these different settings options as well. So I cannot say enough good things about this program. So I want to know if anyone has questions. If you're watching this and you have questions or you want to see something in action while we're in here, put it in the comments. I'm watching the comments live, so feel free to make a comment. And while I'm waiting on that, I want to show you an example. Up here where it says new text message, I can click on that and I can send a text message to customer support and they can then respond back to me. Tommie, are you the one responding to this at this time?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, I'll be the one responding. So let me go ahead
So
and pull it up here.
Tommie's going to respond to that. And as you can see, this is text message. He's receiving this as a text message. And give him just a moment to respond now that I put him on the spot. All right. There it is. There he goes. Hey, Barbara. See, so it's like if I need something, if I am in here, I could get help right away. One of the other cool things is, let's say I'm on this page and I cannot figure something out on this particular page. Up here on the top right, there's a support button. I can click support. And it will show me right here, these videos that it shows me are all directly related to the page that I'm on, so that I don't have to go looking for the right video. anything that I might need regarding this page would be in a video right here on the right-hand side. If I still can't find whatever I'm looking for on here, I have different options. So I can go to the forum, like what Tommie said, or I can go to the live support options, which is the way that I always bug Tommie.
I don't
So
mind.
thank you. So like Tommie said earlier, there is the text messaging, which I actually just did. I text messaged him right from his contact. I could do the screen share. I can't click this right now because Tommie's already on here with me. But if I click it, it will show it. Tommie will pop up on a Zoom call with me. Which is really, really cool. So, and then there's also these experts too. So like maybe it's a certain thing that you're looking for help on. They actually have experts that they can recommend you to. And in fact, Tommie's been really great and has recommended me to a couple of people who have needed my services, which I thought was a nice perk that, like their company really wants to help businesses grow, including connecting you with who you can help and who can help you. Okay, so let's see. I don't have any questions in there yet, which I'm so surprised by because this is like the most fun platform ever. But as you can see, I can also put in a new order for customer support. I can send a new email. I can do a new task. If this was one of my workers, they can clock in if they were working for this contact, right? I can introduce this contact to someone else. I have other options that I can do as well. Like convert to reseller or this provide like deploy, right? So I actually have a client that I have to set up in, I shouldn't say I have to, I get to set up in AllProWebTools. Actually this afternoon, I'll be setting them up with their account. So what I would do is I would come to their contact and I would just click deploy and be able to set their account up right through my account, which is really, really cool. So if you're watching this and you want to get started, you can, like I said, reach out to me or Tommie. And you saw the contact information. It's right here on the screen. You could text this number here, the 970-612-1515. If you want Tommie specifically, you can ask for Tommie on that line.
Yes, you can.
And you could also email support@allprowebtools.com. You can also just go to allprowebtools.com and look at what they have to offer. You could see that kind of stuff before you make any commitment. There's payments and what you sign up for is all month to month. So if you sign up for like 5 different things this month and then next month you decide you only need 2 of those things because you're not really going to use the other ones yet, you can get rid of those other ones and they don't come and make you feel bad for it.
No, we don't.
So I highly recommend this. Tommie, is there anything that you think would be helpful to show on your screen that I've missed?
No, I think you covered basically everything. Actually, some things that I actually did want to cover, but no, you did a great job, and I really appreciate this, Barbara, because I've worked with some small business owners, and they are needing of something like this where you can easily manage it, where you can easily manage your business and have insight to everything that's going on. There's some softwares out there where you may not even have the option of going to the settings and changing your DNS records, right? If you have a web developer, sometimes they keep that, or if you want to change your website, maybe add a picture, you have to reach out to your web developer. Here, you have that access here right away. Some other softwares, you have to reach out to a specific support, send an email or a ticket just to export your information. No, here you have access to that. You can export whatever you want, whenever you want. So you have free reign of managing and running your business however you want. All we're doing is giving you the tools to do that.
So I do have a question in the chat. So give me one moment and I'm going to read it. And then if it's okay with you, Tommie, I'm going to answer it myself. And then I'm going to ask you if that's correct.
Okay.
Okay. So the question is, if a company has multiple businesses, Would they need to separate accounts for each business? And is there a way to integrate them, or would they all have to be completely separate? For example, if I have a law firm, a cleaning business, and a personal injury firm, would I have separate accounts for each business? Now, again, I'm going to give my take on it as a user, and then I'm going to ask Tommie to let me know if I'm correct or not. So I think there's a couple of ways that you could do this. If it makes sense, sometimes it does make sense for you to have different accounts for each one, especially if you have different workers for each one, right? Like if this company has different workers and different things, it probably makes sense. But if everybody is like part of the team in all of them, like in mine, a lot of times my people are all part of the same team, and I have multiple businesses. So I want to direct your attention to my screen again. Over here on the right in the tags, I just added 3 of my companies: Fuse Marketing and Media, Fuse Business Training, Fuse Virtual Assistant Services. I could technically tag them here. Now, like if somebody's a client in these 2, I could tag them here, but I'm thinking in my perspective that it probably is best to have them separate. But if you, for some reason, don't have a budget to separate them, I think tagging which company they belong to would probably work. What do you think, Tommie?
No, I completely agree. It's best to keep those companies separate, because if you put them all together, yes, it would be all in one place, but now you're trying to manage 3 different companies all in one place. It's best to keep those separate so that way it's easily manageable for you and your workers as well. So no, you hit it right on the money.
Thank you. Yeah, because really your standard operating procedures would be probably different, and the way that you market would probably be different as well. And actually, I want to jump in here while I'm here and show you guys oh, there's a time card option too that we didn't talk about for your employees and contractors. Sales pipeline I have as well. And then password management. But the standard operating procedures, if I click on that, what is really cool is that, so see, here's some of the ones that we've already put in here. One of, let me just show you an example of one of them. So this booked appointment procedures. Actually, I want to click on this other one instead. Oh, here, I'm going to just click on it here. So the first screen you were looking at, that was me adding all of this in here for my team, right? But the screen, if I click on, the title up here, it will actually show me a nice clean version of this that is not like the edit version. This is on the website that I get for free from AllProWebTools. And so as you can see, this particular thing happens when someone books an appointment with me through my booking site. And so I give this information right here so that somebody knows, my assistant is the one who does this, if they log in and they go through all this stuff, and then this is the kind of stuff I want them to put into my CRM, right? So she knows exactly what I'm looking for. I don't have to tell her every time, which is really cool. Right. And if for some reason, she moves on for whatever reason, whoever takes her place would have access to this as well, right? I wouldn't have to do that training per se all over again.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So, that's a great thing, because a lot of times, small business owners, they don't have time to continually to train and teach people, right? You may want to show them how to do something one time, and then after that, have to continually do that. That's going to take away from tasks that you may need to do as a business owner. So having those SOPs is a great feature, which I really do like, because it's so easily accessible and you don't have to take time away to looking over, your employee's shoulder to teach them what needs to be done. It's all right there.
Yeah, and one of the things that I'll say that I've been using AllProWebTools for, 2 or 3 months now, right? And I will be honest and say that I have not begun using every single thing that you could use in here yet. Because it does definitely take time to incorporate, right? Because this is a place that you'll be able to do everything in one spot. So what I recommend for people when they first sign up is to set aside several hours to really integrate what you need into this. If you know you're going to be using a CRM and you're going to need to import clients from another CRM, or you need to connect your calendar, try to schedule time on your calendar right away to get this stuff integrated, because the sooner that you start putting things in place where they go, the sooner you'll be able to be more productive. So one of the things I noticed when I started using this platform just a couple of months ago is that it immediately made me more productive. I felt so productive after just the first couple of weeks of using it that I was like on fire to be more productive. And that's when I hired my admin assistant, because I was like, oh, there's so many things that she could do. It if I find an admin assistant, there's so many things in this program that she can do on my behalf that I wouldn't need to do. It would save me time. And so I already was saving time, money, and energy by using this program. And then I hired an assistant that now saves me even more time, money, and energy. And so I am getting more done now than I've ever gotten done in my whole life. And that started by signing up for AllProWebTools and then being open to letting somebody else help me run this business.
That is awesome. See, I didn't even know that, Barbara. That is pretty nice.
Yeah, so it's been a blessing. In fact, when I talk to my admin assistant, her name is Amber. She's so fantastic. When I talk to her, almost every time I talk to her, I say, I don't know if I told you this lately, but like, you have been a lifesaver. Like, you have changed how I do business, and I'm so grateful. And she's always so humble about it. She's like, oh, that's because you're such a good boss, or like, you're so sweet. But the truth of the matter is that she came in eager to help. And she really has this mindset of, how can I help make your life easier? And because of AllProWebTools, it's easy for her to make my life easier. So I love this program. I hope other people jump on board with it. If anybody is watching this, feel free to reach out to either of us. Share this with other people. If you know somebody who's looking for a solution to manage their business better and smarter and less expensively, send them this video. Let them save their business, right? Like, make it easier and more profitable, more productive. You guys also have a YouTube channel that I've noticed you guys put fantastic videos out on. Tell us a little bit about what we could find on the YouTube channel.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a YouTube channel. We place videos on there to help people learn how to use the features. There's so much that AllProWebTools can do. Trying to explain and teach someone everything that it can do is going to take a very, very long time. So what we do is we post videos on the YouTube channel, so that way it's easily accessible on your time. When you want to learn something new about AllProWebTools, or you want to learn how to use a specific feature, you always have access to the YouTube channel where you can go and learn those different features with those videos.
Yeah, so there's so many different ways that you can learn this system and that you can integrate this system into your business. And one of the things that actually became a blessing for me too, Tommie, that I because I'm using AllProWebTools and telling everyone else about it, I actually had one person who signed up for it, loved it, and then was like, I really want to be trained on how to use this most effectively. So they hired me to actually come and train them and their whole team on how to use this platform most effectively. Now, they could have gone through all the videos and figured it out on their own. They could have reached out to support when they needed to and got that help themselves, but they saw the value in my love for the platform, how it could help them learn to use it for their team. And so that was a new service I was able to add to my list of services, is I can teach you how to use this platform, and I could teach your whole team how to be on the same page.
And that's so fantastic. That's why I feel 100% confident when I'm referring people to you, because I know that you're going to not only give them a great smile and great energy when talking to them, but you're also passionate about just helping them and using the platform. So that's why I feel 100% confident. And when I'm sending someone to you, they're going to be 100% taken care of.
Thank you, Tommie. Okay, so when we're about to jump off the call, I don't see any more questions here. Are there any last words that you want to say?
Absolutely. So just like Barbara said, please reach out to either me or her, and please feel free to ask any questions that you like. You can text us at you can text me, excuse me, it'll just be me. But you can text me at 970-612-1515. You can also message me on Facebook, also on LinkedIn. My name is Tommie Haynes. So just however you feel like you need to reach out to me, please feel free to go ahead and reach out to me anyway, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. And if you do sign up today, we do offer webinars twice a month, and we actually do have a deal where you attend those webinars, you can actually get that month for free when you attend both of those webinars. That's
Nice.
how
That's an
important it
awesome
is.
deal.
Yes. Yes, it is. Because we really want to help small business owners. We really want to help them. So not only are we providing you training, but we're also giving you the software at no cost. And you can do that for up to 3 months.
Very nice. So while you're learning the system during those 3 months, you could get on there. And I've been on one of them as well. And it was actually the owner of the company was the one on the call. Is he
Mhm.
on all of them, Tommie?
Yes, yes.
Nice. So I thought that was really cool that he was actually there to, hear your questions and hear your heart and hear your needs. And he was very, very helpful to the people who were on the call. So it's not just like you're watching things happen and you can't get help. You can
Mhm.
actually ask questions during that webinar, which I thought was really cool.
Yes, absolutely. It's twice a month as well. So you can bring anyone you like as well, because it's not just about All Pro Web Tools, it's also about helping small business owners. So if you have a question just about small business, you can still attend the webinar. It's free, no cost.
Nice. And I want to mention one more thing too, because you said your name, Tommie Haynes, and you said people could find you on Facebook or LinkedIn. He is tagged in this video, so you could find him easy on Facebook. But I want to point out that Tommie and I met on LinkedIn. This isn't the first time I've had someone on my webinar that I met on LinkedIn and that I do business with because of meeting on LinkedIn. And so I want to share with you guys that LinkedIn really can generate you business, just like other social media platforms. I have a lot of people who worry that social media doesn't really help businesses or that you can't get new clients or anything like that. But Tommie met me on LinkedIn. He reached out to me, asked if I'd be interested in having a one-on-one, getting to know each other, see what we offer. And then when I got on the call with him, I learned this stuff and I was like, whoa. And so I, of course, was like, how do I sign up? And so I got signed up. And then not only did I sign up, but I've already referred, I'm on like several people now that I've been referred to this, and who knows how many more in the future. But the fact of the matter is that from Tommie connecting with me on LinkedIn and sending one message, he's now gotten lots of new business for his company. So you guys, you've got to start using these platforms. I tell you over and over and over again. And this is not the first time I've told you that someone on my podcast came from LinkedIn. It works. Take it seriously.
I 100% agree.
Awesome. So you guys reach out to Tommie or reach out to me. Feel free to also comment in here if you're watching this later. Tell us you're watching the replay so that we know. And then share with us your thoughts on this program and share with your friends. All right. Thank you so much, Tommie. You have a great day.
Thank you. You as well, Barbara. Thank you so much.